Welcome back to Wake Up with Cheddar. When Joe Biden starts his term as the 46th president of the United States, he's going to be faced with tackling this unprecedented global and economic crisis. As millions of Americans are still unemployed because of the fallout of the pandemic, Biden's tax and economic plans are in focus. Paul Miller, managing member of Miller and Company, joins us now to discuss. Paul, great to have you on. What should Americans know about Joe Biden's tax plans?
He wants to tax the wealthy more. He wants to try to drive up the revenue that he gets from the people who make above $400,000, while simultaneously trying to help the average American.
So Republicans have warned that Biden is going to raise taxes, right? You're saying he wants to tax just those who make over $400,000 a year. Is there any evidence that anyone who makes less than that will be paying more?
Right now, I don't see any evidence of that, but it's difficult to believe that with a tax law change that not everyone's going to get affected. Right now, based on what I've read. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
No. Please continue.
From what I read, he wants to raise the Social Security tax on everybody making over $400,000. It's a very steep raise because it's 12.4%, and it's split between half to the corporation who's employing that person and half to the employee. The second piece is he wants to raise the ordinary income. He wants to apply an ordinary income rate to capital gains and qualified dividends for people who make above $1 million. So that's a pretty steep hit,
If Republicans do retain control of the Senate, how likely is it that any of these tax plans will actually get passed?
None. I don't think any. I don't think Joe Biden will get much of this passed if there's a Republican Senate.
We are hearing it's not that we're hearing, there's record deficits. How would that money get made up if not for raising taxes?
We've talked in private with my colleagues and my peers, and they're going to have to come up with some plan to lower the deficit at two levels. I've often thought about it's a regressive tax, but if applied correctly, like a national sales tax might be something that they might consider. But that's just me being wishful thinking.
Where do you think things stand with a possible stimulus package at this point? It seems like lawmakers not even talking about it. Do you think it's just inevitable that it will have to wait until after inauguration, or do you think that perhaps something will get passed before? And where do you think they'll land? How much money do you think will be in that stimulus package?
I think a stimulus package will happen. Both Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy, when they got elected, stood on the ground that they had to come across party lines and negotiate. I think that's critical that they do that. Once we get into the winter and the darker months where the cases continue to rise and people are unemployed, there's a very strong need to fund these people that need money. It's a reality. I think Powell said it very good yesterday, where he spoke about how this pandemic will change the average American person who's working, and that they need to be retooled to get back into the workforce, because this is not going away. This is accelerated the stay at home and the remote working. So I do believe that there should be a new stimulus plan, and I do think it's going to come out after the president's in office, and people will have to reach across party lines. I think it's critical.
Can the economy wait that long? I remember when the first plan expired, it was sort of a given that lawmakers would pass something even over the summer or early fall. Do you think that the economy can make it another couple months?
I think the economy can make it. I think it's very interesting where businesses are doing well. A lot of people, though, who used to be employed, I think the smaller businesses is where the government needs to get money quickly to. The restaurants, the real estate owners, the retail tenants, the entertainment industry, the airline industry. They're in desperate need of money. But a lot of businesses, a lot of service providers are still able to work despite the pandemic and work well and work efficiently.
All right. Great insight. Paul Miller, founder of Miller and Company. Really great to have you on this morning. Appreciate your time.